Hold on to your phones, because what if I told you that Kendra Robinson, the sharp-as-a-knife attorney who stood by Yung Joc through every cheating allegation, baby mama scandal, and career meltdown, has dropped a truth bomb that might bring this man down publicly? How do you go from power couple to who Ned my life in 6 months? Oh, that's correct. By allegedly removing your pregnant wife's announcement because you didn't want the baby or the consequences. This isn't love and hip-hop drama anymore. This is a Lifetime movie meets a courtroom thriller with messy levels. Why did Kendra upload a photo of her lovely baby bump just to delete it as if it never existed? Why is there a leaked podcast recording with Kendra crying on camera, revealing Joc's surprising reaction to her pregnancy? And why is the internet treating Joc like a sale wig from a beauty supply store? We're about to delve into secrets Joc wishes remained hidden, emotional betrayals, and a lady finally facing her reality. This isn't just tea, it's a whole dang kettle explosion. Buckle up, we are exposing everything. Alright, family, let's dig into the problem. Since this isn't your typical pregnancy announcement drama, this is Kendra Robinson's BS, Yung Joc, the tragedy of trust, the breakdown of fidelity, and the development of petty baby daddy energy. So, first and foremost, let us backtrack. We all know Kendra Robinson, right? The powerful attorney, Fuhal standing next to Joc's troubled hairline and even more confused life decisions. She maintained her confident demeanor. She's been the calm, refined queen amidst all of his love and hip-hop mayhem. While Joc is out here, scattering more seeds than in the spring, Kendra has been avoiding gunshots, baby mamas, and stupid decisions like she's in the Matrix. But y'all, even Neo could not avoid this betrayal. It all started only a few days ago. Calm, tranquil, and pure little scrolling via Instagram, Kendra suddenly publishes the picture. And let me tell you, there was no throwback or vacation flex. No courtroom slay. Nah, it was a full-on brilliant, sparkling goddess maternity shot. Sis softly placed her hand over her belly like Bonk at the VMAs, giving us all the I'm ready to be a mama feelings. The caption is only a basic hint of new beginnings, but baby, the internet went into labor instantly. Fans swarmed the comments as they were trying to RSVP for the baby shower. You deserve it. Congratulations, queen. Finally, some peacefulness. The internet reacted with relief, saying, "Thank God she's getting her happy ending, because let's not forget this woman has let's have a brief dirty flashback, shall we?" Multiple baby mothers. That time he low-key proposed, but it appeared to be a dare. Public cheating rumors that even Stevie Wonder Kendra remained at Joc's side, like a devotion badge embroidered on a heartbreak jacket, despite arguments that seemed more manufactured than a Tyler Perry reunion. Supported him, smiled for the cameras, and maintained her dignity while Joc played musical chairs with accountability. So when she revealed her pregnancy, we all thought, finally, she's stepping into her own story. Finally, something for her. But like Joc's rap career, the delight was fleeting as the post vanished minutes after it was published. Poof, deleted, gone. Like Joc's most recent hit single, there was no article update, clarification, or explanation on Kendra's page, just radio silence. And you already know what happens when a star deletes a shocking post. That is not just a computer glitch. That's a clear red sign, waving in high definition. And boy, did the speculation explode. Some suggested that it was posted too early. Perhaps she was waiting for the proper moment. Some assumed it was a public relations move. Others, the conspiracy theorists of love and hip-hop Twitter, speculated that Joc probably forced her to erase it. They were correct, since the genuine tea did not spill until the streets received a leaked podcast tape. And honey, when I say this clip hit the internet like a spiritual slap from Andy Yanla, I mean people were stunned, breathless, and shaken. It was from an unreleased podcast episode, most likely scheduled to air in a few weeks, but some shady angel leaked it early, and Kendra's raw emotion had the entire internet gagged. She sits across from the host, poised yet tense. The host smiles, unaware of the emotional earthquake that is about to occur. "So, Kendra," she adds with sweetness, "congrats. You are expecting, right?" And you guys, that's when it occurred. Kendra's entire body altered, her smile and light faded. She looked down, her eyes gleaming, her palms twitching, and her lips quivering as if she were suppressing a scream that had been caged for months. Then, like in a tragic play, she stood up. There was silence, followed by a low, broken, and honest voice. "He erased the post. The host appears bewildered. Wait, who? Kendra's voice cracks. Joc. He did not want anyone to know. He did not want this baby. This was the sound of the internet imploding. Because of that, everything changed in 1 minute. Kendra was no longer only a powerful attorney. She wasn't just a carefree wife. She was pregnant, vulnerable, and had been harmed by the man she most trusted. She confesses she is 6 months pregnant. Yes, 6. And that Joc's reaction was the emotional equivalent of shutting the door. She cried as I told him. He did not smile. He did not hug me. He said nothing sweet. Instead, Joc apparently informed her that this was not in their plans. They already had. He's always been image obsessed, they said. When the cameras were rolling, he played the perfect husband, but off camera, he didn't want Kendra's pregnancy to make him look like he lost. According to another anonymous source, Joc believed that having a new child would disrupt his current situation. It's unclear what that situation is, but the streets are abuzz with rumors about a mysterious woman who has been seen with him. Screenshots of alleged communications between Joc and someone tagged as unknown began to circulate, implying that she was doing too much and that this baby was not a part of it. The idea, whether those texts were real, modified, or completely made up by a bored fan with Photoshop, it doesn't matter because the internet had already made up its mind. The public had turned Kendra, and she was receiving thousands of positive responses. Fans called her courageous, strong, and a queen, and inundated her earlier posts with prayer emojis, heart emojis, and long words about how she deserves more. They deemed her, tagged her, and pleaded with her to leave Joc. Some even launched GoFundMe-style pages called Kendra's Freedom Fund, which are phony, overblown, and fully in character for how social media works when a woman publicly breaks down. Meanwhile, Joc remains mute, with his Instagram still stuck on an outdated promo for his club appearance. His Twitter was a ghost place, with no podcast reaction, statement, or even a lame "respect our privacy" tweet. That quiet just made matters worse, since when you don't speak up for yourself, the world will build the narrative for you. And that's exactly what happened. Phony insiders began leaking even more phony claims that Joc reportedly tried to pay Kendra to keep quiet until after the new season of Love and Hip Hop premiered. He stated that he was more concerned with his reputation than with her mental health. We don't know if this is true, but in the world of rumor, the truth is simply whatever gets viral first. Then came podcasts. Yes, the same digital world that helped leak Kendra's agony also became the courthouse of public opinion. Influencers, pundits, TikTok tea spillers, everyone had an opinion, a theory, or a source. One particularly viral podcast, Joc allegedly was seen yelling on the phone outside a Buckhead restaurant, shouting something like, "She wasn't supposed to do this." No audio, no proof. But once again, the clip received 500,000 views in 48 hours. Let's not forget Kendra's bogus pal, who went live on Instagram and said, "Y'all don't even know half of it." Joc was attempting to persuade her get rid of the baby. He stated it would ruin his image. That live lasted 22 minutes, filled of cryptic gestures, dramatic sighs, and there were no actual facts, but fans ate it up like leftovers from last season's drama. At this point, it didn't matter what was true or not. The narrative was set. Kendra was the victim, and the Joc was the villain. And every second he stayed silent, that tale became more permanent. The public's comments were not just social media noise. They were vitriolic, with people demanding that Joc be removed from all of his shows. Clubs were apparently considering canceling his appearances, and one bogus site even claimed a business he was working with cut TI. After the controversy, there were no receipts, only supposition, but it spread quickly. Kendra, on the other hand, she didn't return to social media. No second post, no fresh interview. She remained silent, but this time it was strong, because she didn't have to say anything. The world was speaking for her. In the midst of all this digital mayhem, further layers of the story began to emerge. Fake documents, fuzzy images, half-baked DM leaks, all painting a picture of a guy who not only walked away from his responsibilities, but reportedly attempted to erase them. According to some sources, Kendra met with lawyers not only about the deleted post, but also regarding custody. If the rumors are true, she is planning to raise despite the fact that no court papers or legal actions have been confirmed. The mere Notion of custody was enough to send the others were debating whether Joc had ever been a decent father to his other children. Old interviews were being dug out. Old love and hip-hop clips were emerging, and others were dissecting his facial expressions. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the court of public opinion had handed down its verdict. And Joc had no lawyer. Every eye roll, every offhand remark was now proof that he'd always been garbage. Even worse, a second recording emerged, reportedly from a later episode of the podcast, in which Kendra says, "I've been going to every doctor's appointment alone, every ultrasound, every checkup. I sit in the waiting area and wait by myself." That phrase alone got converted into memes, quotes, films, and think pieces. Bloggers named it the saddest sentence of 205. Twitter was in full meltdown mode. People were called, but things didn't finish there. If anything, this was just the start of the unraveling. After that live video went viral, Kendra Robinson stopped hiding and began dropping real receipts. Yung Joc's habit of persistent betrayal, manipulation, and public humiliation had worn her down emotionally and mentally. She stated how many times she disregarded things just to preserve his image. "I was trying to save you when you didn't even want to save yourself," she stated in another post, and those words hurt hard. That wasn't just shade. Kendra's close friends had warned her about Yung Joc for years, claiming that he was a Kendra, had faith and patience, and she wanted to believe in the man he could be, not the guy he was. He was a chronic cheater, someone who couldn't manage commitment, and someone who was still attempting to live like he was in his 20s while being nearly 40. Kendra isn't only a reality star, she's also a recognized attorney, but her relationship with Yung Joc resulted in heartbreak. Let's take a look at how this affected her professionally. Even on Love and Hip Hop, people didn't only perceive her as Kendra, the lawyer, but as the one who, after Joc's adultery, Kendra had to regain her narrative by refocusing on her legal career and publicly distancing herself from anything Joc-related. No more partnership producers attempted to persuade Kendra to film another season with Yung Joc to tell their recovery narrative, but she refused, stating unequivocally, "There is no healing. I'm done pretending for cameras. This man devastated my life, and I'm finally stating it out loud." Meanwhile, Yung Joc attempted to save face. He appeared on several podcasts, discussing growth and how males make mistakes because they don't know how to manage genuine women. He also put in some phony intellectual phrases, such as "a queen cannot thrive where a king does not rule." But people saw through it because, at the end of the day, Joc had something genuine that he let go for clout, attention, and cheap thrills. And now everyone knows Kendra Robinson was the one trying to construct a kingdom while Joc was out on the court. Jester. Don't forget that Kendra also revealed how Joc's family encouraged his conduct. She explained how some of his baby moms would gaslighting her, or how his own pals encouraged him to cheat. "Everyone laughed behind my back." She stated they believed I was simply another girl, but I was the one who cleaned up his messes whenever he made them. And here it is. Kicker. Kendra revealed that she previously assisted Joc in resolving a huge legal matter that the general public was unaware of. She utilized her resources, relationships, and reputation to keep Joc's name clean, and he responded by dragging her through the mud. Even Joc's fans began to change sides. Twitter and Instagram were swamped with comments like, "Kendra deserved better far. Joc, a whole clown. Kendra saved him from himself. She's a lawyer and still gets cheated on." The culture transformed, and Kendra Robinson became a symbol of strength, recovering power, and refusing to settle. She did not burn out. "These men do not deserve us." In her final post regarding the entire incident, Kendra said, "Healing isn't pretty. It is lonely. It's painful. It's a mess. But it's mine now. I have earned it." And that silence thereafter, that wasn't defeat. That was her walking away with her head held high, while Yung Joc was left trying to repair the fractured image he made with his own. Women across the internet have begun sharing their own Kendra moments when they choose to walk away from abusive relationships, reclaim their peace, and choose themselves. Fans have also rallied behind her. In fact, rumors are swirling that Kendra is working on a book deal, a memoir describing her journey from pain to recovery. And honestly, the public is ready for it because what Kendra Robinson did wasn't just expose a man. She revealed a cycle, a trend. If you were taken aback by what Kendra Robinson just disclosed, Click the like button and share your opinions in the comments section below. Many women have experienced things they couldn't put into words, and now, those words can be found everywhere. Do you think Yung Joc truly changed? Or is this simply another chapter in a lengthy pattern of betrayal? If you don't want to miss any of these explosive updates, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. We've got more truth bombs dropping soon. You won't want to miss. Remain tuned, remain woke. Remember, in the realm of love and hip, nothing stays concealed forever.